3,000 years ago, the most powerful empire on Earth faced 10 impossible disasters that shattered everything they believed about reality. Egypt's god-king Pharaoh commanded armies, controlled the Nile, and ruled like a living deity. Then a shepherd named Moses arrived with demands that triggered supernatural catastrophes no science can explain. Rivers turned to blood, darkness you could touch, death that chose its victims with surgical precision. These weren't just biblical stories. They're documented events that brought the ancient world's greatest superpower to its knees. What really happened during those terrifying months that changed human history forever? The throne room of Ramesses gleamed with Nubian gold, its walls breathing with the accumulated power of 3 millennia. Light fell through clear-story windows to strike the polished granite floors, where provincial governors had prostrated themselves since dawn, their foreheads pressed to stone that held the imprint of countless supplications. The hieroglyphs carved into every surface told the same story in endless variation. Egypt triumphant, Egypt eternal, Egypt blessed by gods whose favor flowed like the Nile itself through channels carved by divine will. That morning, the god-king felt the weight of empire, pressing against his ribs with unfamiliar insistence. 23 years he had ruled from Memphis to the cataracts. 23 floods had come and gone beneath his divine oversight. 23 seasons of tribute had filled the royal treasuries, until gold seemed as common as river sand. The palace itself stood as testimony to his glory, corridors that stretched like the passages of eternity, gardens where lions dozed in the shade of sycamores brought from the ends of the earth, workshops where master craftsmen shaped precious metals into forms that would outlive the stars themselves. But empires, like mortals, carried within their magnificence the seeds of their own unraveling. The morning reports lay before him on cedar tablets inlaid with ivory and precious stones, each character incised with the precision that marked the world's oldest bureaucracy. Population figures from the Delta provinces, harvest projections, military dispatches from border commanders who wrote their assessments in the clipped phrases of men who had learned that brevity pleased kings more than eloquence. Standard administrative fare, the daily bread of imperial governance. Yet something in the patterns emerging from these routine communications